Hey guys, welcome to the GraphQL Node and React.js tutorial. So basically we'll be building the backend first, like GraphQL backend with Express Apollo server. Then we'll use on the React side Apollo client. And if you watch the whole video, then I'll guarantee you'll learn like how to use this GraphQL and stuff. So let's get started. Okay guys, let's start with building the backend with Express and Node and GraphQL Apollo. So if you haven't watched my older videos like how GraphQL and Node works, please watch that first, then come to Apollo server. So I have to install few dependencies and that are Express obviously. Then we have Apollo dash Express dash server. Then we have Mongoose because we're gonna use MongoDB. Then we have one more thing, yeah, NodeMon. And yeah, I think that's GraphQL. One GraphQL is also because that's the main thing. Okay, new for Apollo Express server. Express Apollo. Acha, Apollo server. It's Apollo server Express. It's Apollo server Express and GraphQL. So these things are installing. Install pretty fast, bro. Let me start with the coding till the time it installing because I think it will take time. Okay, yeah, so let me make a new file called index.js. Where's the file gone? What's happening? Yeah, now it's here. So we'll import const express equals to require express, then we'll say const equals to require Apollo server express, then we'll say const mongoose equals to require mongoose, and here we'll say Apollo server. Now here we'll say constant URL. So here we'll write our MongoDB URL to connect the database. So let me just move forward here. So I have built a cluster, so I'll just say connect and allow access from anywhere, add IP address, create database user, I'll say Zeno, and password 5. Yeah, so this is my demo database. So choose a connection method. When we'll go to application, node.js, copy, close. Okay, so this is my like cloud atlas MongoDB, and I'll paste the here, and I'll change the password. Now we'll say mongoose dot connect, and here we'll give the URL. Now pass some key value pair, so we'll say use unified topology, we'll make it true. Then we'll say use new URL parser, we make it true. Then yeah, then we'll make a function out of it, and we'll say console.log db connected. Okay, this is the mongoose part, like MongoDB connection parts. Now start with the Apollo server. So we'll say start server. I'm making a function here, and then we'll say async because it should be async, it will take time, and we'll say constant app equals to express. Now here we'll make express model. Then we'll say const Apollo server equals to new Apollo server. Now here also we'll pass few things. We'll say type defs. Type def is basically where we write our queries and a schema or type of schema look like. So the type defs is used for that, and resolver, as you already know, which resolves the queries. So please, if you haven't watched my GraphQL and Node, how does it work, then directly don't jump here. Firstly, watch that video, then come here. Now we'll say after this whole thing, yeah, that's pretty much, I think so. Yeah, so now after that, we'll say await Apollo server to start. Okay, so much itching I'm having. I don't know. Then we'll say Apollo server dot apply middleware, and here we'll say app. Here you can give path also on which path GraphQL will run. So you can like this say slash GraphQL or then whatever path you want to give on which GraphQL will run. By default it's slash GraphQL. So I'll remove it. So now we'll say app dot listen, and we'll say port 4000. We'll say console server up and running on port 4 port 4000. Let me save it. So now all things are done, but type defs and resolver are left. We have to define it because we will writing our queries there. So for type defs we have to import something, gql const gql equals to require, we'll say Apollo server express. So this is the boilerplate you have to do for the first time, obviously. Now here I'll define the gql. So I'll say const type defs equals to gql, and here let me just define for first one. So we'll say type query, and here we'll say hello, and that will return a string. Okay, and now come to resolve. These are the queries. Now come the resolvers. Now in resolvers what we'll do, we'll say const resolvers, and we'll say here, so it's a query not a mutation, so we'll write query and we'll write like this, and we'll say hello. So it's function name is API name, whatever you want to say, hello, and it should return hello world. Return hello world. So like this is the like boilerplate you have to do for the first time. So let me just run it and check it. So nodemon, I think it will throw some error. Okay, it's running fine. So DB connected, obviously. Then server not started. What happened? Because it should print here server up and running. Okay, I have to call this function. It's a function. I always forget. And save it. Now if I check DB connected, server up and running. So DB connected should happen again, I think, because it was, this one is from the previous one, na? So it should happen again. Let me just close it. Acha, it happened. Okay, DB also connected. So let me just go to the slash GraphQL and check. Localhost port 4000 say GraphQL. Okay, our playground is ready. So let me write some queries to check. So we'll say query, and here we'll say hello and hit it. So hello what? Everything is fine and running. So let's check our MongoDB database. Is there any collection or it's empty? Obviously it's empty because I've made a new one. So I'm just showing you. See, it's completely empty. Now we'll build a model. So we'll say post.js. So that's a MongoDB model that I'll be building. So we'll say const mongoose equals to require, and here we'll say mongoose, and we'll say constant post schema, and here we'll say new mongoose dot schema, and oh my here, yeah, type, we'll say name, it should be a string, then we'll say age, it should be also a string, it should in real integer but I am making a string, then age title, then we'll say country, it should be of string. Okay, okay, let me just make for title and description only. So it should be a title, that should be a string, and then this description, that should be a string. So now afterwards what we'll do, we'll say const post equals to mongoose dot model, we'll say post, and here we'll say post schema, and here we'll say module dot exports equals to post. Yeah, so that's pretty much. So I'm just building a normal thing, title and description will be there, and ID that will be automatically created. Now here everything is done. So firstly I have to create data. So this thing, like if we write here everything, so that will bring so much of, like, ups and downs, so much of data in one page. So we'll make another page for type defs.js, and we'll just cut it from here, paste it here, and cut this from here, paste it here, and we'll say module dot exports equals to type defs. Okay, same thing for the resolvers.js, and we'll come here, cut this out, put it here, and we'll say module dot exports resolvers, save it, and if I save it here also, so everything fine, but we have to import here also. So here we'll say const type defs equals to require type defs. Now same for the resolvers, and here we'll say and if I check it out, everything fine, cannot find module type defs, so it can't find modules type defs. So why acha, I have to give the like this path, save it, let me check. Okay, server app and running, DB connected, I think. DB connected. So this is my database connection. What's happened, bro? Yeah, database connection. Okay, this whole part is a database connection, then here server connection and everything. Now you don't have to touch this index part, just save it and don't touch it. Now just close it like this. Now you have to do query define here, resolver here. We don't have to touch post also because model already defined. Now the first thing is fetch data from the database. Okay, so for that we'll write query, and here we'll say in query we want to fetch data, so we'll say get all, all, so get all the data whatever in the database, and it should be of type post. So I have to define the post. Okay, so I'll say here, I'll say type, no, that's a query, not here. Here I'll say type post. So what will be I getting in type post? There will be an ID. So let me make it an ID because ID will be automatically created in MongoDB, you know. Then there will be a title that will be of string because ID will be of ID. So let me make it capital. Yeah, and title will be of string, and their description will be of also string. Okay, so this will how we will do. ID will be capital. Okay, so I am telling ID will be of ID, string, title will be string, and description will be string. So we can see we have title and description. So we are defining our like how would a schema look like, and here we'll say get all array of post. If I do this, so it will just send single object, and now it will send whole array of objects. Now we have to resolve it in the resolver, so its name is get all. So we'll come here in query, we'll say get all. Okay, but now we have I have to fetch from the MongoDB. Okay, so here we have to const post equals to require, and we'll say dot slash post. So we'll just like imported the model, and we'll say we'll make a async because we are fetching, because it will take time, and we'll say return post dot find, and we'll say await till the data comes back. Okay, everything's fine. Now let's just check the it's up and running. I think nothing problem. If I come here, reload it, fetch hello world, and if I fetch get all the data users whatever you have, hit it, so error because I have to define what fields I want in return. So in return, like in hello we haven't defined because in hello it's just a string, so there is a not a format of string will be always like in double quotes whatever you write, but object have some like a structure. So I want to tell which fields I need, so I'll say I need title, I'll need ID and title. Okay, these two things I need, and if I hit it, so I'm getting an empty because the database is empty because I haven't pushed anything there. I can write description also, description, that's all will give me empty because it's totally empty. Now comes part for the create. So we'll come here. Now query is for reading. Now for mutation we use mutation, like creation is type of mutation, so we'll say type mutation, and now in this we'll say create post. So we'll create a post. Okay, It's like a blog. We are title and description. We are just creating a post normal. So we'll come telling it will come a post, and the type will be of post input. Post input. Okay. And in return, I want the post. Okay. So when someone will post this data, so in return, I want the same object back. Okay. Post object back. Whatever I return, this should be of object post. Now here I have to define what is post input. So this is the input type I'll get. So I have to define it. So I'll say input, we'll say type post, not type, it's input, post input. And here we'll say title string, then we'll have description string. Okay. So I'm telling we'll have an input of title and description, but we are not writing ID because ID will be getting from back there. So that's why we could have directly written post like this, but we can't write because we are not giving ID. We're just giving title and description, and also it's an input. So it will be input. Instead of writing like, we can also write like this: title, then it will be a string, then description, whatever spelling it is. So we could have written like this, but it should be so lengthy. Like if you have 10 key value, then it will take time. Like it will be so lengthy. Just define here our input type will be like this, and it will come as a post, and it will have a key called post. So there will be a key called post, and we'll do the post input. Okay. So let's get to the resolvers, and in resolver we say create post, and here what things will be receiving, we'll receive parent, then we'll receive args, then we receive context, then we receive info. These four things we'll receive, I think. And we'll take constant title and description, title comma description from args dot post. So because we were post this whole object, sorry, where it's gone, this post key will have this whole object. Okay, you can see this whole title and description will have the object. So I'm directly telling args dot post will give me title and description. Then I'll say constant post equals to await. Now I'll save it, await new in the database post. Title will be title, then there will be no, like it's like title, then will be description, and then I'll say save, and whatever return I'll get, I'll return post. Okay. So here I'll telling there will be a key called post, and I will get a post input. Post input will be having title and description key value pair, and should return a post. So return a post will be ID, title and description. Okay. So here from args.post, I'll get the title description, save it, and in return I'll get ID, title and description. So let us save it. Now hit it back, reload it. Okay, some error, I think I caught up. Wait, okay, I didn't make it async. I think from Node.js 16th version or what, there is no required to use async. You can just directly write await. Okay, defining but not in query dot create post is defined in resolvers but not in query type mutation. Okay, let me check whether it's loading or not. Okay, there's some error showing. Query dot create post is defined in resolver but not in schema. So we define in resolvers that write create post, create create post, but in schema we also define it create post, create post. PREATE post, and we receive post info, return back is post. Everything is same. Okay guys, I got the error, sorry. So this is mutation, so we are writing in query, so we have to write in mutation. So let me just cut this part, and here instead of query we'll write mutation. So we'll say mutation, okay, and then we'll write like this, and we'll just paste this here. Now it will be okay, I think. See, server up and running, DB connected. See, now it's no error because it's a mutation. Just cut the create post and post paste in mutation. Now if I go here, reload this, now it's working very fine. Now if I fetch data, empty array, now I have need to do post it. So I'll say mutation. What the type of mutation is? Create post. Okay, so how create post is accepting data, there will be a post key and post input will be a key value pairs. Okay, yeah, so we'll say post and there will be a key value pair. So we'll say title, we'll like this is my first post, our title. Okay, and description will have this is my first description. In return will be needing, so in return I need ID and title and description. Okay, let me just put an enter here. So I'm just doing post as a key, then there will be title, description, and in turn we'll be getting ID, title, description. Okay, normal. So let's just hit it. So see, we got ID also because data got saved. If you go here, refresh this. My back is paining very much. So we got object ID. This is my first title. This is my first description. And here, sorry guys, where it is. Yeah. So here you can see this is my first title. This is my first description. So now if I wrote it to like second, 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 and here also I'll give second. If I hit it, now this is my second. Now if I fetch these data for with the query, because we got two objects, reset. See, we got two objects. This is second, this is first. So we got the array of objects, get all, my first title, my first description, my second title, my second description. Now I only want title, not description and ID. I don't need it. I'll just remove this. I just remove this and just hit it. Now I'll get only title. So that's so much good, na? Now same thing for, hit it again. Now we'll update it. So for updating we need ID because we'll be updating with the ID. So let's just go back into type defs. Now we have to update it. So we'll say update post. Okay, so we'll updating it. So we'll say update post. Now here we'll get an ID that will be of string because we'll give the ID for updating, and the updated post, like whatever we want to update it, so that will be also post input because we'll be giving title and description, that will be of post input only, and ID will be string. Okay, and in return I want the post back. Okay, so let me just save it, go here and copy something like this only because we'll be using something like this, and here paste it, and instead of create you say update, and here you say constant ID, because we'll be getting ID also. We can just grab it from the arguments args, and title description from the arguments dot post. The argument dot post will get the ID post. Then we'll say const await new post title comma description. We have to post and we have to update it now, so we'll say find by ID and update. And firstly we'll give the ID we got above, comma title description and new true. So new true we are passing it because give me whatever the updated data is, so I can just return it back. And remove dot save and return the post. So normal, we are taking the ID, then the post title description, then we are saying find by ID and update, passing the ID, passing the title description and new true, so we can get back the new object. So we'll just get here, and this copy something like this, paste it, and here we'll see, and we have to edit like, okay, yeah. So now let me just remove this. So we'll say update post, and here we'll give the ID. So what our ID is, so ID, suppose I want to update the second post, so I'll just, and what is the updated data? Updated data should be title and description, or which will I write as, to remove this, this this is my updated title, this is my updated description. So here I'm passing the ID is this, then we are passing the post title and description, and in return I want these things back. Okay, if I hit it run, model environment cannot run without a model, as this makes sure you are not calling new model. Okay, there's some error at the back end. Okay, we can't do new, yeah, it was right, so it's restarting. Yeah, db connected. Okay, now hit it. So we got the updated title and updated description. Now if I just like comment it out, now if I fetch all datas, first title, first description, updated title, updated description. So that's how you can update. Now comes the deletion part. That's my spinal cord is like so much paining. So now come to updation parts, like deletion. So we'll say delete post, and here we'll take ID and it will be of string, and we'll return the string because it already got deleted, so we won't return post because already got deleted. So here instead of doing these things we just write delete post. Okay, we'll async it, and then we'll say, okay, we'll say we'll take all this again as an input parameter, then we'll say constant id equals to argument, then we'll say await dot post find, not await dot post, sorry, post dot find by ID and delete, and we'll just pass the ID and return deleted. So we just save it. So now comes the deletion part. So we'll say mutation, we'll say delete post, and here we'll pass the ID. So I want my first ID to be deleted, first post, so I'll just pass it here. Okay, now if I hit it, oh, some error is there, what? Okay, mutations I wrote, so it should be mutation deleted. Now if I fetch, we can find the updated one only. Yeah, so this is the updated title, updated description. So that's all for the CRUD operation, guys. Okay guys, so I have already done npx create react tab, so all the files are here. So now we have to install some dependencies. So firstly I'll install GraphQL, obviously we'll need that. Then other thing we need is @apollo slash client. So Apollo client is used for on the React side, because on the client side, or you can use Angular, Vue, whatever. And it's stalling. Till then we can just start with the coding. So we'll open with code. So our server is already running on port 4000 localhost. So we'll firstly go to index.js, and here we'll do some changes. So what changes we need, we'll say uh let me just, yeah, we'll say import Apollo. Let me just firstly import this, import from, and from we have to import @apollo client. And what things we need Apollo client, then we need in memory cache, then we need Apollo provider, then we need HTTP link. So like these things we need to import. So after that what we'll do, we'll say const client equals to, we have to do these changes in index.js file. Okay, client will say new Apollo client, and here we'll pass some key value pairs. We'll say cache, and we'll say in memory cache. We have to do like new in memory cache, not in new in memory cache. Then we'll say link, and we'll say new HTTP link, and here we'll say URI. So here now we have to tell where we are running. So we are running on http://localhost port 4000/GraphQL. So we are running on this port. Now after that, we'll, instead of this, we'll just remove react.strict mode and change this to Apollo provider, and client equals to client. So basically we have provided to the app component, so whatever we'll do in the app component or route, so it will, we can consume it. So it's like a blueprint you have to do for your, what do you say, React. Like it's like Redux. Firstly some boilerplate you have to build. Now we'll go to app.js. Now here we'll just remove all of it and say hello world, and just save it. Now if we do npm start, and we can see something will happen now. We can close the database. So see what we are getting, right now only one data. I think error failed to fetch, please. Acha, my connection is down on the backend side. So let me just go to server and start the connection. Node index.js. Okay, server app and running. So let me just check it. Okay, so this is the data I'm getting back. React app is running. So let's just start with the coding. So where import few things, we'll say import use query GQL comma yeah, these three things we'll need. Then we'll say from @Apollo client. Now here we'll tell to get all, so we'll say constant get all and here we'll define it g. Here we'll define our what do you say, query. Now to get all, we'll say like we do like this, we'll say get all and return back we want title and description. Okay, so we want title and description in dot when we call this get all. So you can see we have get all. Okay, get all query. So we want this in return back, and when we call this get all variable. Okay, now we'll come here and instead of hello world we'll just remove this, and here we'll type constant loading comma error comma data equals to use query, and we'll say get all. So we are telling this use this query get all, so whenever it will load it will directly run this and will get the loading state when it will be loading, will get the error state if error, and data when it's successful. So when everything is successful, okay, so we have to do it before in function. Yeah, so if everything is successful, here we'll say if loading, we'll say return, and we'll say loading. If error, we'll say return error. Spelling mistake. Okay, yeah. Else what we'll do, we'll say let me just do, else we'll get the data. In data we'll have get all, like see we get after that inside we get data, we will get all na. So we have to do get all, we'll map it, and here we'll receive as a data, and here we'll just make it as a key value pair. Here we'll say like paragraph tag, and here we'll give data dot title, and here we'll give data dot description. Okay, and when we want to call this, so we'll say on load, it will work on load because we are not making a function. So let me just save it and check it. So see, this is my updated title, this is my updated description, these things we are getting here. So you can, let me just reload it. So see, firstly it's showing you loading then data, because we have told if it's in loading state return loading, if error return the error part, otherwise just map the data over it. Okay, so you can check it also. If I just do console.log if data, I'll do console.log data. Okay, let me just save it and just go to inspect tab, console. So you can see we are getting an object, and here we have a get all. That why we are just going inside get all. After that, inside get all we have array, then we have title and description. So after that we are mapping the array title description. Okay, so let me just remove this console part. Now we have to pass some key also, so we'll say key equals to data dot title. Okay, like title make it the key, so we can just remove this warning. Let me just check it. So that warning got removed, everything is removed, it's working fine. So we just can't write every query here. Okay, now you know we just can't write every query, so we'll just split our query and like in different folder. So here we'll make a folder in src called we'll call it query. Okay, query, and inside this we'll make a file called query.js. So we'll make query.js. Instead of making it as query folder name, let me make it as GraphQL. Rename the folder name GraphQL. Okay, okay, in query just cut this part, paste it, and let the GQL be use query be, and just copy this part and we'll just paste it, and here we'll say instead of use query we'll say GQL GraphQL, and here we'll say export constant get all, let it be get all name, and here we are doing it, and we'll take back the ID also, okay, if we need in future, and save it. And here in the app.js we'll import that, import get all from, what is the file name? Firstly we have to do GraphQL, inside that we have a query. Okay, let's just save it and check whether it's running fine or not. Loading. Okay, we getting the data right. Okay, so basically here are the queries. So query we get it. Now comes for the mutation part. So now we'll make another folder called mutation.js. What is happening here? Yeah, so now come the mutation part. So firstly we have to create it. So same thing, we just copy this thing, paste it. Now we'll say export constant create. Okay, just we'll make it as create and underscore post. Okay, let it be this. Then we'll say GQL and we'll do like this, and here we'll say how we are saying here, here we are directly, because it's a query, so we are directly defining it, but now here we have to define our query. So we'll say mutation. So we have to write mutation, because we are not writing here query, because mostly we do reading only, so it's query understood. So here we have to explicitly write mutation. Then we'll say create post, because query name is create post. You can come here and see we are doing as create post. Okay na, so create post, and here we'll get one title, and that will be a string, then dollar description, that will be also a string, and after that again we'll say create post, then we'll pass a key called post, as we do here. We pass a key called post, then title and description, and here we receive title, and we'll say dollar title comma description, and we'll say dollar description. Okay, now in return what we need, we just I think we'll just make ID in return. We'll just need the ID, and yeah. So basically you were thinking, if we are creating post, suppose we want to create a post, so what we'll do if we want to create a post, let me just remove this. In this we just have to pass this create post and that post title and description, but in React.js you have to do something like this: mutation create post, then dollar title, then whatever key, then what is should be string, dollar description string, then again create post title dollar title. I don't know, it's really funny, but when you go to their documents and you see like they use like this only. so I don't know how. So if you want return in ID or whatever you want in return, or you can write title also, so whatever, or description also, both like all the things. So this is my mutation part. Okay, so now go to the app.js part. Query is done because we are just reading it. Now we want to create. Okay, so for creating we want to make a input tag. Let me just check it. Div tag, yeah. So let me put a br here first. Yeah, so let me make a input tag. Instead of input I am just directly writing it. Okay, so that be better, so you can get it more precisely. Firstly I'll make a function here. You can just remove this part, I don't need it. So we'll make a function and we'll say constant add post. Okay, we'll say add post, then we'll do like this, then we'll say create post. So whatever the name of it, mutation name is create post, so we'll say create post. After that we'll just do like this and pass the variables. So variables is like how, what the data you want to send. So I'll say I want to send title. So title will be this is a React title. Okay, and in description you can say this is a React description. Okay, so this is the way you can send the data, but I haven't sent, little more left more. So now here what I'll say, on click I'll call the add post method. Add post will create a post. So where is this create post? So this create post we have to load it. So what we'll say, we'll just load it above. So we'll say instead, let me just cut this part and paste it here. Yeah, so we'll say const, we'll say create post, and we'll get error if there's some error, and equals to, we'll say use mutation. So mutation, it's they automatically got imported, use mutation, and here we'll write it create post. So we have not do create post. So create post is automatically got the import create post from GraphQL mutation. We are, it's a create post, so automatically got imported. So we'll do create post. So on button click we'll just send this data. Okay, so here we'll say button add post, and here we'll say on click, and we'll call the function name is add post. Okay, let me just save it and check it, is there any error or something like, oh why I got backward. Okay, everything's fine. uh Cannot read property get all. What happened, bro? You are running fine. Where is this? Okay, we have to tell, like it's just throwing error because it's on the loading state. So let me just do if loading return loading. So let me just, it be that the loading state. Okay, I'm using mutation, so let me just cut it. I have to put it after here. Now I think it will work. Okay, yeah, so loading. So now if I do add post, so post will be added and I'll get a return, but not here because I haven't included. So okay, I think the post is added. If I just do a reload, see, this is React title, this is React description. So you got it little bit like so malab Fluffy, you can get my code on GitHub. So we are just doing title. So this is the like static data. You can just here put a input tag like this and do on change and reference and pass that variable here. That will be also a way, but basically I am doing like in static way. So otherwise it will be so much on change, so that much. So let me just do like this only. Now comes the deletion part. Okay, so if we say this is working fine completely, now comes the deletion part. So if we go to mutation, or should I make it dynamic? Let me just make it dynamic. So we'll say import use state from React. Okay, and here we'll just make cons title, what is comma set title equals to use state null. Same for the description. Okay, description. Okay, same thing. Now we have to just here make two input tags. One will say input and we'll say on change. On change we'll say capture event and we'll say set title e dot target dot value, and same thing for description I'll do. Okay, now here I'll say title, here I'll say description, and I'll put a br here and a br here, and here I'll give the title and description title, and here I'll give as description. So let me just tell you here input tags of title. So I'll say on change whenever someone will input, just get that value and set into title variable and use that as to send the data. Like React this much I think so. Or you can use refs or whatever you feel like. So let me just come here, reload it, everything's fine. This is my second post. This is my second post description, and this is title. Okay, now if we do add post, posted added. So if I do reload, I haven't done reload thing, so you can just do it automatically. See, this is my second post title, this is my second post description. So this is the way you can just add the data. That's so easy. Now comes the deletion part. So again we have to go into the mutation only. Now in the mutation what we'll say, instead of this we come here and we'll say export constant, we'll say delete underscore post. We want to delete the post, we'll say GQL and we'll do like this, and we'll say mutation delete post, because this is called delete post. You can check it for deleting, this is called delete post. So we'll do delete post and $id. We want to give the id and delete it. It will be of type string. Then we'll say delete post id $id. Okay, so let me just save it. Now here we'll just add a button instead of dollar data or title. We'll just make a function called const, and we'll say remove post. Okay, here we'll get the id to whatever id we want to remove. Then we'll say delete post because it is called delete post. Then here we'll say variables, and we are sending just the id. So we have to use the like mutation we have to use for delete post also. So we'll just copy this, paste it, and here we'll say the delete post. See, it automatically got included, and here also we'll say delete post. Okay, and here we'll add a button on every mapping, so it's mapping. Now after the mapping is done, we just want to add a button. On every button we'll say delete it. Okay, and we'll say on click we'll make it function, and we'll call the remove post, and we'll set data dot id. Okay, so now we have to close it in this tag. Yeah, so basically what happening, it will loop, and every time in every button their own id will get set, and when we'll call delete post, id will be passed, and we'll pass the id. If I just, so there's some error. Okay, we can't import error every time. We'll say error. Okay, okay, then again error. Okay, yeah, now it's running fine. So every button got the delete. So if I delete the first one, so it's got deleted. I just have to reload. If I just do a reload, it's not deleted. Error assigned a value. Error delete post but never delete post assigned a value but never used. Delete post. Oh, sorry. It should be small delete post. That's what I was wondering. Yeah. Now it's fine. Now if I reload it, and if I delete first one, I think it's got deleted. If I reload it again, it's there. What's the issue? If I do react title reloaded, let me check the network tab. If I delete react title, nothing happening. Why so? I think they're on click some on click. I'll call the remove post. It will get my data.id. Data.id will call delete post, and will pass the variables id, and that's it, I think so. I mean, that's what I have on click. Acha, ye, oh sorry, click spelling is wrong. It's not a capital letter, not a wrong spelling. I just made a mistake with the capital and small. Now if I delete the first one, delete it, hopefully it got deleted. Let me just reload it. Okay, it just got deleted, alhamdulillah. So now we have our second post title. We have deleted and reload it, or deleted. Now we'll say this was a title, this was a description. Will they add post it being added? We'll just reload it, and we got it. So same thing is for update also. You can just do as create post. You can do for the update also. So that's it from my guys. Thank you for watching.